J-Man. I am Jason, defender of geekdom. My true calling in life was revealed to me the day I had discovered YouTube. I have the power! I became J-Man, the most powerful geek in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret. My friends Steven, Owen, and Sean. Together, we defend geekdom from the evil forces of social media. J-Man.
Hello, everybody. Ding dong. Hello. J-Man here for another round of wrestling talk. So today we're going to be covering NXT, SmackDown, and Raw. There's actually not a heck of a lot to go through, but we got to go through it because it's all leading up to the War Games event, which is going to be this Saturday. So it's not a lot to go through, but important stuff. Before we get to that, I just a couple of updates. Tomorrow night on the Action Elites stream, the link to the Action Elite website is in my description, and also the link to the YouTube channel is in the description. And it's important that you're subscribed to Action Elite because I hit the notification bell because we are back to doing Wednesday night streams. Tomorrow night's going to be really special. It's going to be Judge Dredd, the Stallone movie, versus Dredd, the Carl Urban movie. So that's actually going to be a lot of fun. I've already discussed those movies on other channels, but this is going to be the first time that we're going to really break it down because normally we've just talked about the movies and not really got into the exact details of why is the Stallone one like this and why is the Carl Urban one like that, you know? So that's going to be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And check the links in the description and make sure you're subscribed to Action Elite. Okay, this Thursday, I believe it's Thanksgiving in the States, or Thanksgiving's this week. So we're not going to be doing, it might be tomorrow. I don't even know, but we're not doing anything on Thursday night. But next Thursday night, we are going to do John Carter. So Sean and I are going to discuss John Carter. And that'll be part of our Days of High Adventure stream. Friday, though, this Friday is the big one. We are continuing our space opera tournament. And this Friday, we are going to talk about Yor the Hunter from the Future versus Forbidden World, aka Mutant. So that's this Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. This one is going to be a really good one. So I'm super looking forward to that one. I think it's going to be really a lot of fun. And as always, make sure that you are subscribed. I'm trying to get to 1,000. So I really appreciate if you would subscribe, hit the notification bell, give me a like, all that good stuff. But now it's time to get on with it. And let's start talking about some wrestling. Hey, Steve.
Hey, J-Man.
All right. So we're going to be talking about some wrestling.
Yep.
As usual, NXT seems to have the most stuff. SmackDown and Raw were like nothing.
Both, yeah. We'll get into it. But yeah, both were, yeah.
So I don't know. I've got like, it's like I was struggling to put notes. There wasn't really a lot.
My notes are for both matches are not going to be very complimentary. I'm just going to say that.
Be good. All right. Well, so NXT, we had Zoe coming on.
Yep.
Talking about this is the typical, oh, I carried the team and I did everything, and you were saying you forgive me, but there's nothing to forgive, like you were being trash. And this is like typical heel activity. Um, we knew it was coming. I guess you can't really turn Nikita Lyons into a heel. I think she's just too popular.
Too popular. Her character, I don't think it would suit her. Zoe Stark is the more intense and, uh, you know, I guess the more veteran, right? She's never turned heel before, so this is her first heel turn. I really like Zoe Stark a lot. I think she might be one of my favorite wrestlers in NXT.
Oh, awesome.
Like her moves. She's very athletic. I like her look. She's got that strong, sturdy look about her, but she's still kind of like cute,
Right.
like a cute blonde. So I'm very interested to see what they do. I hope they don't drop the ball on this because I would love to see Zoe Stark up on the main roster. I would like to see her graduate to SmackDown or Raw and keep her as a heel. That's fine. I thought she could work either way. But yeah, turning Nikita Lyons wouldn't have made a lot of sense right now. I think to your point, she's too popular. It would have been a mistake.
Yeah, no way. And like, I like Nikita Lyons a lot.
Yeah.
She looks amazing, obviously. And she's got, she's working her way. There are some complaints, people saying, you gotta get a bit better. But like, I mean, this is what NXT is for. She's getting her skills together, figuring out her character more. This was a good move for both competitors because now Zoe, who already is pretty established and pretty awesome, she doesn't need any more work. Like she can now just be a badass or whatever. And Nikita, this is going to help her out more because now she can have a rivalry, and she's already worked with Zoe a bunch because they're a tag team. They can do a match together that'll work nicely. So that I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with that. We had Wendy Chu, Cora Jade stuff. I guess giving a black eye. I wrote give a black eye. I don't remember even what happened with that. Like it was just like
I'm just every time I see Wendy Chu, I'm just I can't, I don't know. It's impossible for me to take her seriously.
Right.
I can't. And Cora Jade, yeah, I could see her working with Wendy Chu because Wendy Chu is a bit more unorthodox. It's a bit of a different rivalry for her, but I'm like, I don't know. I just can't. It's not. I don't get it. Every time I see it, every time she shows up and we talk about it on Tuesday night, I want to say the same thing. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I'm not pumped up for Wendy. Like, I mean, like she's okay. I'm not against her, but she comes on. I'm like, okay, she's there.
I can't take her seriously. Like any great move she has in that, I just like she's in a onesie. I don't know what to tell you. She
This is like that. What's her name from The Last Jedi? Potato Sack Girl, Rose Tico. Yeah. What are they doing? Like that was baffling, right? It's like, oh, let's make Rose Tico into a wrestler in this like stupid onesie thing. It's like,
she's like, I'm tired. I'm ready for bed. I'm like, how is this? An angle. How is this a persona? Like if you're going to go to bed. Go to bed. Why are you in a wrestling ring? How is this a character? I don't get it.
Good night.
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, and Cora Jade's going to own her. I don't, because Cora Jade's on the rise. So I'm kind of like, yeah, this is like frigging Santino Marella versus like, I don't know, Randy Orton when he was coming up. Like,
right. Hey, Double C, what's going on?
Double C. I don't get it. Someone needs to explain it to me, but even if they explain it to me, probably still won't get it.
You just reminded me. I have a few that I want to put. A few clips that I want to get. And you just reminded me. I'm not going to tell you which one because I want to keep it as a surprise. I'm just writing it down to remember. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not pumped. Like, to me, Cora Jade is way better, obviously.
100%.
So we had Mandy Rose come on. There's a lot of people. First of all, Mandy Rose, when I didn't know who she was really until I started watching NXT. And within like, let's say 2 episodes, I'm like, oh yeah, Mandy Rose is the best. She's awesome. She I don't know. I think she's a pretty much total package. Um, Obviously she looks amazing, right? But like, I think she's a good character, and
Yeah, she's a great character.
and there's a lot of people that don't like her because I'm on all those garbage like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all that other shit. And there's a lot of shit talking on Mandy Rose. And I don't know, is this just jealousy because
Yeah.
I'm not seeing this shit? They're
Yeah,
like,
it's
oh,
jealousy.
and they're saying stupid stuff too. You know what? You know what pisses me off about some of the wrestling fans? I don't. Maybe they're really young because I don't know because they're on Facebook and stuff and Twitter. But like, it's like, you guys know this is a story, right? Like, they're like, oh, she always gets help to win. I'm like, right, that's a heel thing. I don't like.
So does Roman Reigns.
Right. So does Roman Reigns. I love Roman Reigns, by the way. I didn't care about him before, but he's just so like he feels epic. And when he goes into the God mode, I don't know. I like his face. He looks like an action figure. So I like the guys that look like action figures. It's like, look, I want big, strong, beefed up guys. You know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you. Like, I just, this is what I'm watching it for. This is what pisses me off in superhero movies. Like, they keep showing Henry Cavill, and someone did a Henry Cavill in Christopher Reeve's costume versus Henry Cavill in his Man of Steel costume. And I'm like, I want Henry Cavill in the Superman because you need to see the guy's muscles. Like, what is he working out for? Like
Tyler Hoechlin, when he took off his shirt, I was like, wow, this guy's jacked.
Yeah, what am I working out for then? Seriously, people make fun of like bodybuilding and stuff. Okay, yeah, but this is like Schwarzenegger was picked. Look, Schwarzenegger's my hero. Schwarzenegger was friggin' picked because of his size and his physique. Obviously it wasn't acting ability. So and wrestling even more so. Wrestling, you need to have the physicality and you got to look good. Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, big, tall, beefed up, bearded guy. Like, these are the real men here that we're looking at, right? Like, I don't get it.
Can
not be reached?
Someone clip that.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right.
Somebody clipped that. I know. Well, listen, the thing is like, we like superheroes. I like superheroes. I don't want. Look, I was fat my whole life. You could argue. I might slightly be overweight, slightly now. Not as obviously I was 100 pounds overweight before. Now I may be like 20 pounds overweight or something, not too bad. Like, it's a manageable. But I don't want fat Spider-Man. Like, I don't, now I like the big wrestlers. I love Earthquake. I think that guy was awesome. John Tenta or whatever.
Yeah, John Tenta.
He's like one of my favorites. I've got his figure right there. He's somewhere there. I can't wait for him and Tugboat or Typhoon. They're doing like the He-Man style. I don't know if you know this, Steve. They do He-Man style wrestling, guys. So I can't wait for those two to come out. So I love the big characters. Like, I even like Kamala. I got a Kamala figure like right there. He's so I love those characters too. But when you want, like, it's like, nothing beats like seeing like a big, huge guy. Like, even Sheamus and stuff is pretty.
Yeah,
it's pretty big. Yeah, I know that was. I know. I don't want to exclude others, so I don't want it to be that, oh, we need to exclude everybody. Like, Austin Theory. Who Austin Theory is great. He's good. Miz is good. So these are the mid card guys, right? But the heavyweight guys got to be heavyweight guys. Like, Gunther is perfect for, like, he's not big enough to go to the heavyweight belt, but he's just perfect for that IC belt where, like, you're like, wow, this guy can't be beat. He's too big, So something like that is fine.
On an unrelated note,
yep.
Chucky, Devon Sawa took off his shirt.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is a priest jacked? Have you ever seen a jacked priest? Like, why is it he got abs? When did he have time to work out? Like,
in between confessions, I don't know.
In between, like, punishing children and stuff. I don't understand, but sure. I'm like, I don't get.
I don't know who Lizzo is. Is that a person? Let me look.
I don't know
Let
either.
me look it up. Sorry, Double C. We're old people on here.
I think
Lizzo.
You can have.
Oh, it's a singer. Oh, I know this woman.
Singer. Okay.
Oh, she's that a bit large woman, right?
Bit bigger.
Yeah.
I think anyone. So the secret is you need two things. You need a gimmick in a character, and you need a gimmick and in a wrestling style. Rey Mysterio was the guy flying around, hitting the 619 and the splash and all that stuff. And that worked for him, and he became super popular. He sort of was an American luchador, right? He had the mask and everything, and he was sometimes the underdog.
Right.
He was put into a feud with the Big Show, which I honestly think was just to amuse Vince, because the Big Show literally picked up Rey Mysterio tied to a stretcher and like hit him off a steel post. Like he literally picked up Rey Mysterio in total and used it like a baseball bat. It was like Jason with a sweeping bag off a ring post. Deacon Batista, yeah. Batista was one of those big jacked up guys, so J-Man would have liked him if he got to see
I remember I was watching when he was still in there, so I liked him.
So but there's place for Daniel Bryan, and there's a place for CM Punk, and Shawn Michaels wasn't the biggest guy.
Right. Those guys are good too.
Yeah.
And it's cool, and they're the Intercontinental Champion guys, right?
Yeah.
It's like, to me, heavyweight meant heavyweight. Like, it's like now Macho Man was kind of an exception.
John Cena.
John Cena's pretty.
He's jacked, but he's not the biggest guy.
Yeah, he's not huge or whatever.
Right.
So I don't want to make it sound like that's the only thing I like. I'm just saying that if you get someone, like, to me, Roman Reigns is like a Mandy Rose. Like, it's perfect. If you can look cool and you're jacked up and you're a pretty awesome kind of a character and you're badass, then that works perfectly. Mandy Rose, yeah, obviously she looks amazing, but she's also a good character. So I'm cool with that. Like, that's the best combination. Like someone like that Corbin fellow.
Baron Corbin.
So he's pretty big, but it's not working for me.
Well, his character's boring as piss too.
Right.
That doesn't help.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
If he was a bit more charismatic, it would help, but he's just
He's
mid-card heel, prototypical mid-card heel.
Right. Now look at Stone Cold. Stone Cold didn't have the big super physique, but he was such an amazing character that it didn't matter.
Same with The Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock was a lot smaller when he was popular.
Yeah. And you know who I like now? Kevin Owens.
Yep.
Doesn't have the physique, doesn't have any of that stuff, but like personality, character, it's like through the roof. And he comes out and you're like, oh yeah, this guy's awesome.
Yeah.
So there you go. You just got to work a bit harder. It's like everything else in life. Some people got dealt
the better hand,
maybe a better hand, but also I don't want to take away from the fact that, look, like this guy's working out every day to better his physique or whatever. Like, I hate when it's like kind of downplayed as well. Oh, he's just got like this physique. Oh, I'm sorry. Are they handing those out? Like, you don't just wake up and get that. Like, this is like a lot of working out and going to the gym every day. Like, just think about it, man. Like how crazy it must be.
The Mandy Rose criticism is just jealousy. I mean,
that is jealousy.
Amazing. She's a beautiful woman. She's she's hot as hell. She's a good character, to your point, and she's built this thing where now she's on a streak. Like, it's very rare to get that. So I agree, she's the total package. I could watch Mandy Rose read like the phone book, and I'd be happy with that. And it just works because of who she's with. Toxic Attraction and Mandy Rose work together. They're like a great trio. And it's rare to get that. So enjoy it. Like, I want to make a very strange comparison, but just bear with me. So the Toronto Raptors won the championship in 2019. And that was because they got a true superstar in whose guy's name was Kawhi Leonard. Okay? My dad's a huge Raptor fan.
Right.
And he was watching the games, and he's like, oh, and I'm like, Dad, enjoy watching Kawhi Leonard because he won't be here next year. He's going to be a free agent. He's going to leave.
Right, because they're going to throw boatloads of money because now he's got a championship under his belt. He's the best guy. I don't even watch basketball, and I know how this works.
Yeah. He's a Los Angeles guy, so he was going to Los Angeles, and he went to Los Angeles.
Right.
So I said to him, like, enjoy it while you can.
Does everyone hate the Lakers, or do they like the Lakers? I don't remember.
He went to the Clippers.
Oh, he went to the Clippers.
But no one likes the Lakers anyway.
Yeah.
Except people in Los Angeles. But here's the thing. Enjoy it while you can. And same with Mandy Rose and Toxic Attraction. Enjoy them while you can. That trio, there you go. Mandy. Enjoy that trio while they're around. They will be broken up at some point.
Oh, they will.
And then people are going to say, man, you remember Toxic Attraction when they were good?
Right.
When they were around? Yeah. Drew McIntyre, if you were building the perfect man, that man is probably looking a lot like Drew McIntyre.
He's pretty good. I wanted to show you guys a picture that Nikki Cross posted on her social. This is for the comic book fans. So this is the Spider-Man No More famous cover of the suit and the trash can and him walking away. They did it in Spider-Man Part 2 with Sam Raimi, Spider-Man's. And now Nikki Cross has left the Nikki ASH behind. I don't know if you guys saw, that's my updated shelf. There's the Damage Control autograph on top. So it's huge. It's absolutely huge.
Like a freaking poster.
Look at the autographs. The autographs underneath you could see my thermostat there thing. But like underneath that, you could see Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan. That's the only place I could put this. So
the thermostat
so right, you can see it right there.
Yeah.
But it's pretty large. It's a large poster. And Steve got it as well. And Steve also got Alexa's autograph.
Yeah.
So pretty good. Asuka held the NXT title independently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. They're really pushing Mandy for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Mandy is she's something special.
Yep.
Enjoy her while you can, because who knows where she'll be when she's called back up.
Right.
So
I still have my lingering cough, so bear with me. Okay, we had Indy Hartwell versus Tatum Paxley.
Yeah, there was some sort of.
She had a nose guard, and she like removed it. Like, oh.
Yeah. So she had. I think she broke her nose. That's what they were selling. And Tatum Paxley, I believe, is a jobber, and Indy Hartwell, who I really like. Indy Hartwell. I think she's she's tall. She looks really good in the ring. She seems to have a great character. She doesn't give a crap about anyone, which is always good if you're going to be a heel. And she won, and she beat up poor Tatum Paxley. Actually, when she took off the face mask, I'm like, ooh, Tatum Paxley's pretty good. Take the face mask off!
Keep it off!
Yeah, but like, the other thing is I really enjoyed, I really liked the aftermath where she walks backstage and like Roseanne Perez like confronts her. And she's just like,
yeah, Roxanne Perez, right?
Yeah, and then I don't know what this Iron Survivor series. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on with that.
But
it's good. It's 25 minutes. It's something like it's 25 minutes, and every 5 minutes someone else comes in. It's weird. It's like a mini Royal Rumble or something. I don't know exactly how it works. Maybe Double C or Joe can tell us. But I think it's 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you start off with your two people, and then every 5 minutes someone comes in. So it's like a Royal Rumble-ish kind of a thing.
Yeah, I was like, they kept talking about it, but I was like, I'm liking Indy Hartwell, and she beat up Paxley and took her face. Like, I seen this Paxley girl around a couple times, and she just seems to serve to get beaten up. So I'm like, all right, well, she did her job, literally. So.
Yeah, so she's a jobber.
Yeah.
Then we had Mandy Rose versus Alba Fire, last woman standing.
You know, I feel
There was a
bad
lot
for
of
poor
chairs. There was
Alba
garbage
Fire.
cans. There was some interference by Dawn.
Isla Dawn?
Dawn something. I don't.
Isla Dawn.
Isla Dawn. Okay, that's her name. Jeez.
Yeah. The one thing that sort of strikes me whenever they gear up for these sort of things is Alba Fire was there. She turns around. There's Isla Dawn. And then Alba Fire just stood there and stood there. 3-1,000. 4-1. I'm like, are they going to kiss? What's going on? And then she spits the poison. I'm like, did she get it lost? Yeah, Joe, I was just kind of like the Iron Man Survivor match, blah, and everyone wants to be in it. And I don't know what's going on, and I hope Indy Hartwell's in it because I like Indy Hartwell. I don't care if Roseanne Perez is in it.
It's a Shawn Michaels thing. Shawn Michaels, or at least in the storyline, Shawn Michaels
came out with it. He's
came
yeah,
up with it.
I guess he's running NXT now. But yeah, I feel bad for Alba Fire. I think she's a really interesting character. I liked Kaylee Ray when she was in UK. I guess she's going to fight Isla Dawn now, who I know zero about. Sure. Like, Mandy Rose wasn't going to lose the bout. If she hasn't lost the bout to Alba Fire now, Alba Fire taking out Toxic Attraction. Here's the thing. A heel always has backup.
Right.
A heel never goes to the ring. If they're in part of any faction or anything, they always have backup. Always.
Yeah.
And if they don't go to the ring with someone, someone's going to come out of nowhere, or there's going to be a heel turn or someone returning, and they will help the heel win.
Yeah, this is how it goes. And this is what I was saying with the people getting pissed on social. It's like, oh, freaking Mandy Rose. I'm like, I know, but this is regular, like, occurrence.
Yeah.
It's like standard operating procedure.
Yeah, this is
here, guys. Like, this is what they do.
This is Wrestling 101.
Right.
So, you think Mandy Rose could have lost at Halloween Havoc? Could have lost the other time to Alba Fire. She's going to lose on a television show?
Right. No way.
No. What happened is Gigi Nolan and JC Jane needed a vacation. Alba Fire gave them both a vacation, and they needed to bring Isla Dawn back because Isla Dawn was ready to come back. So JC Jane and Gigi Nolan got a vacation, and Isla Dawn came back, and Mandy Rose remains champion. If they didn't back Alba Fire previously, they're not backing her now. It's literally the same as the Drew McIntyre argument. They're like, oh, he should have won at Clash of the Castle. I feel Roman needs to drop a belt just because we need a world championship defended more than once a year. That's it. I don't particularly.
I know.
That's
it's like,
have your main championships have to be defended. The Intercontinental and the U.S. championships have been defended 3 times as much as the World Championships have been defended this year.
Yeah, nobody defends their titles anymore. They just win and then they go on vacations.
They win and they go on vacation. And I don't like, I want Roman to lose, not because I think Roman sucks and should lose the belts. I like the fact that he's got both belts, but he's not defending them. And it was the same argument I had when Brock Lesnar had it. I don't like when part-time wrestlers win championships.
Right.
That's it. I mean,
hey, Brian.
Yeah, he's on the
I know.
I mean, yeah, that's what happens. Like, this is how it works. These guys are, Mandy Rose always needs help. I know. And hopefully someone in the storyline comes out and says, Mandy Rose, you always need help. And then Mandy Rose comes out with a clever thing that says, that's because I'm popular and people want to help me and no one wants to help you.
They can work that in. Like, see, if you're smart, you work stuff in.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, they've done it with Roman. Yeah, like, with Roman, even, what's his name? Austin Theory came out and said, I wasn't going to challenge Roman because there's always the bloodline there. Okay, you're acknowledging it. Cool.
Okay, so Austin Theory has way gone up.
I
And you
know.
know what? What they did and what they said worked in the story. They're like,
Yeah.
this Money in the Bank, that was a crutch. Were you really going to defeat Roman Reigns? No.
He
His
tried
best
twice. There
chance,
was always someone there.
yeah, his best chance was against Seth freaking Rollins. That got effed up because Bobby Lashley's insane now, who I like, which I like.
love insane Bobby
I
Lashley.
love insane Bobby Lashley. I'm just gonna take my He-Man figure and like make him insane. I got Sunman, who is it was a character that's like a He-Man character, but it was all created by Black creators. So it's like I think it was a husband and wife that created a series of action figures of Black characters. So it's pretty cool. He could play Sunman. No, but I mean, it's basically like a He-Man thing, but it's called Sunman, and I've got him in the packaging. Mattel's got the rights, and they are releasing them, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, like I mean, yeah, it worked. They took the Roman Reigns can't be beat. They applied it to the Austin Theory thing, and it's worked out perfectly. So,
best promo ever.
Yeah. SmackDown. Shayna with Ronda in the corner against Shotzi. Raquel comes out. There's like a interference. There's a roll up and Shotzi wins. We knew Shotzi was going to win. We knew it was going to be a lame win because that's what they've got to do. I am wearing my Shotzi shirt in support, but she's going to get destroyed like this Saturday.
This was possibly, I don't want to say it, possibly the worst female wrestling match I saw this year so far. Possibly the worst. And it was simply because whoever booked that match or produced that match screwed up. The match had zero flow because they decided to have Ronda Rousey stick her head in the ring or whatever every 2 seconds.
Right.
You literally were not watching anything because Ronda Rousey took over that frigging match and she wasn't even in it. What was the chain wrestling? What was the sequence of events that intrigued the crowd? It was so choppy because every time Shotzi would start moving, Ronda stuck her face in and said something, and then Shotzi had to come over, and then Shayna, there you go. Shayna would go and search for loose change, or she would check her cell phone for messages, or she would, take her hair tie out for the 1 million time. I don't even know when she puts her hair tie in. She always takes it off during the match. I'm like, it's not a Hulk Hogan thing. You're not ripping off the shirt. You're a heel. I don't understand. Yeah, that'd be like, really?
That would up the.
Yeah. That would have been interesting. I like that idea. Instead of just having him lose it. Because I always want the cash-in winner to actually cash in and win. I always like that. I don't like the cash-in winner.
Yeah, because it makes it... Well, most of the time that is what happens. I guess they have to have it fail a few times to make it... Interesting. But yeah, it kind of is a letdown when they're not able to win. Like...
Yeah, I would have preferred if he had beat Seth Rollins and yeah, Double C. It was just poor. I'm still ranting about. So you've now said, oh, we made Shayna Baszler back to the Queen of Spades. We've made her the killer. Okay, and then she won in a roll up to Shotzi.
So it's like Shotzi has to win because if she doesn't win, then it's super pointless this Saturday. But then, why didn't they should have had something more happen? Like Raquel beat the crap out of Shayna badly.
Yeah.
And then maybe Raquel picks up Shotzi and puts her on, like.
Well, here's an idea. Have Raquel come in and chase Ronda away.
Shotzi with the
playing breakdancing appendages is distracting to me. Yeah. Yeah. It was so hard to watch because even the camera just kept going back to Ronda. I'm like, why don't you just have Ronda have an interview? This is what you guys want. Why don't you just do that? Why are you pretending there's a wrestling match? Shotzi and Shayna literally looked like, oh, there's no point us doing anything because they're just going to have Ronda come in and like whoever thought this match up needs to go back to the drawing board. Probably needs to buy a drawing board and then go back to it because it's awful match.
Why even have Ronda there? Like Ronda should have been like they should just have a thing backstage, which they do all the time. You have a thing backstage, and Ronda's like, all right, go out there and destroy Shotzi. Like you destroy her for me. You don't need me out there. You're the Queen of Spades. Yeah, all right, Ronda, you hang back and I'll take care of business. Go out, and then like I don't know. Let's say Shayna grabs a chair or some weapon or something, and then frickin' Raquel runs in, and let's say Ronda is sitting there watching the match, and then she sees Raquel run in, and Ronda's like, oh shit, she goes to run in, but she's late or whatever, and the match is already over or something. Like I don't
have Ronda on commentary.
Yep.
She's sitting there running down Shotzi, and she's like, oh, Shayna's going to beat her ass, and then like put her on commentary. Have her somewhere instead of interfering literally every 3 seconds. There was one move and then Ronda was interfering every single time. I was kind of like, what the hell are we watching here? This is awful. Anyhow, that was
it for SmackDown too. That was the only thing they had.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's not put Liv Morgan in or anyone interesting. Of course, Liv Morgan will be the 5th person in that War Games.
Oh, yeah. Is that what? Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
Why wait till Friday? It's obviously a SmackDown wrestler. It's either Liv or Raquel. I hope it's Liv, to be honest with you.
Right.
Yeah. I agree, Brian. 100%.
All right, Raw. We had Judgment Day, which I didn't even write any notes on because who cares?
Yeah, they came out and they argued with the Brawling Brutes and that, and they're just booking the Judgment Day weird to me now. Like they just come out and yell at anyone, and I'm like, okay. And like, again, the elephant in the room, Rhea Ripley. She comes out, she's like, oh, shut up and all that. It's like, this is getting like to the point where they said, well, Rhea Ripley's really the leader of Judgment Day. I'm like, yeah.
She is the leader of Judgment Day, though.
She is. And I'm kind of like, well, I don't know what you were hoping for these 3 guys, but it ain't working.
Right.
It's the Rhea Ripley show whenever Judgment Day comes out.
Yep.
Anyhow, go ahead.
Yeah. No, she is the star of that. Well, she's the only person I care about, really. Well, I do like this Pappy or Mammy, whatever thing.
I like Finn Balor as a competitor. I've liked Finn Balor for a long time. I do want to see him take the handkerchief out of his pocket and wipe his nose with it or something at some point, because I don't know why it's there. Or either do that or take it out and use it like a matador or something, in front of a bull. Like, I'm constantly wondering what it's for. I don't get it.
It's like the 5th Doctor celery stick. It'll become important at some point.
Yeah.
We had Bianca and Alexa and Asuka. It was Asuka versus Rhea for the advantage in the upcoming War Games. Damage Control was there. I love Nikki, who is just like not even part of a team.
Yeah,
she's just like in the background, like, yeah. There's some good exchange there, though. And they, I noticed that they've changed Mia Yim's name.
Meacham.
But then the other guy said Mia Yim by accident afterwards, though. I noted that. But
Meacham is, I think, her nickname. I think someone brought it up, and she's like, "Oh, Meacham is like in her language is like demon or something." I don't know. She said it. It was like, "That's cool," but I prefer Mia Yim.
Meacham. Okay, so Meacham. I did like the cup of coffee. It's like she's been here. Bailey's like, oh, she's been here for what, like to have a cup of coffee or something. I was like, that's funny. And And then I like when Bailey was like, "Oh, Bianca, you're just throwing you're throwing Asuka under the bus here." It's like, why don't you do the It's like, why don't you do the match? It's like, man, Bailey is hilarious. That whole exchange I thought was pretty funny. And Alexa Bliss did look like she was kind of like, "Oh, I don't really care too much about what's going on." And they mentioned that.
And I'm like, "Oh, are we going to have the insane Alexa Bliss come back?"
I don't know. Yeah, so this was for the advantage, which basically means that it'll always have so now Damage Control will always have an extra person coming in before the other teams. So they'll have, I don't know what I didn't write down the time, whatever it is. I don't know what the time is, 5 minutes or something or whatever. I don't know how it works, but they'll always have the advantage of the extra person coming before
until everyone's in.
There's a good drop kick. Asuka's on the rope and Rhea drop kicked her. That was not too bad.
Yeah, she really nailed her good.
There was a couple of where Asuka hit Rhea and it's like Rhea ran across the ring and fell out. I'm like, no, that didn't happen. That was bad.
Rhea again, she's got the Mia Yim complex where she's got to run without any help and just throw herself out of the ring. There was a couple of shots that really didn't hit anywhere close, and Rhea acted like she got shot basically. And I was
it was the Shawn Michaels Hogan match. It's like she flew out of the ring. I'm like, whoa, I was like, no, even if that hit a 10-year-old boy, he wouldn't have flown out of the ring.
No, he wouldn't have flown. Yeah, her reaction was crazy, but I did not like this match either. I don't think it made sense. Why would you throw Asuka in there against Rhea Ripley if it's going for the advantage? You obviously need Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley.
Mm-hmm.
Not having that was just a foregone conclusion in that Rhea would win.
Obviously,
Rhea dominated the match pretty much, except for a couple places. She dominated from beginning to end. It wasn't interesting to me because it was just Rhea Ripley kicking Asuka's ass for 10 minutes. And I had no intrigue. It was just like, okay, Rhea's going to win, which she did. And then everyone fought. And I'm like, okay, sure. From a wrestling, from a storyline aspect, that is interesting. I wonder why that was. But, the Four Horsemen always had to, I wonder who's going to have an advantage. Oh, the Four Horsemen. Right. It was just Dusty Rhodes, God bless him. Yeah. He tried it. If Dusty Rhodes couldn't do it, no one else should try. But yeah, I just didn't make any sense to me from a story point aspect. Damn it, the heels threw in their biggest competitor, and you guys threw in maybe their smallest ones. I don't know.
I guess they didn't want anyone else to lose.
Alexa, but she's not. This is not winning streak. Unbeatable Asuka. This is beaten by quite a few people. Asuka.
She put hard times. Rhea Ripley put hard times on
Dusty
Asuka.
Rhodes saying "daddy," when he's like, "Oh, blah blah, daddy." I'm like, "Who's your daddy?" That's immediately comes to mind.
Well, Dusty Rhodes is in my top 5. So he's one of
Dusty Rhodes. There's arguably no one who did a better interview.
He's the best.
But yeah, I don't get it. Yeah. And it would always be someone like Hawk, who's like, okay, one of the roles. But it didn't make sense to me. Bianca should have wrestled that match. It would have been way more interesting. Rhea beating Bianca would have been a lot bigger and had a lot more steam going into War Games.
For sure.
Then it would have been the faces saying, oh crap, we got to find a good 5th member. that's when you get in a Raquel Rodriguez or whoever. Right now, it's like, okay, Rhea beat Asuka, which she did at WrestleMania, which she mentioned during the promo. So I'm like, this is pointless. So I did not like either match, because there's only 2 matches on either main show this week. I thought both were poorly conceived and executed. Well, not execute. Well, kind of executed, yeah. Rhea versus Asuka wasn't bad, but like it was just Rhea kicking her ass for the entire match. So I'm kind of like, it wasn't exciting to me. I'm like, okay, Asuka's a punching bag this week, sure.
Yeah, and I don't get why. Hold on a second. Yeah, like why was there such limited like female action in these? There was like more stuff on NXT than Raw and SmackDown combined. It was like let all the women can take this week off or whatever.
I mean, they needed to show us all almost beating up Johnny Gargano. I have no idea. Yeah, in kayfabe, you're right. For business sense, Joe, absolutely 100%. It's probably going to be Rhea versus Bianca at Mania. I get that. I 100% agree with that. Yeah. But in kayfabe, which is the storyline, it made no sense. It made no sense. Oh, that would be interesting, Double C. I hope it's either of those two and not who I think, but I'm calling Raquel or Liv.
My wife was telling me that Becky was trending.
I hope it's Becky. If it's Becky, that will be awesome. Yeah.
Well, Becky Lynch is like
not doing anything with Raquel.
Yeah, Becky Lynch is my favorite female easy of all time, easy, and probably in my like top 5 or 6 of all time, including the men. So like if she comes back, that's it. It's over. I don't have any Becky Lynch good. I have some figures in a Funko, but I don't have any good items. I'm waiting for some good items to come out.
I mean, the reason I picked Liv is because I assume Raquel was going to be involved in the Shotzi Ronda match. Because I assume that Ronda's next opponent is Raquel.
What's is War Games only have that one female match?
It's the War Games is female, and Ronda beating up Shotzi is the other female match.
All right. Well, that's going to be fast.
That might last literally a minute. It might be Shotzi coming into the ring. Ronda's going to toss her to the ground a couple of times, hit Piper's Pit, and lock in the armbar.
Is there any possibility of Shotzi winning?
There's a greater possibility of me marrying a Swedish supermodel.
Okay. I do have you marrying a Swedish supermodel in the polls. So I do hope that does happen because
if anyone votes yes, you're throwing bad money. You're throwing money away. Don't vote yes. It ain't happening.
I had a good Liv Morgan GIF, but it wouldn't let me post it. It's too large. There's a file size limit. I've got this one though. Jet Jaguar and God. Maybe Jet Jaguar will come into War Games.
That would be nice. That would be a switch. I think that's the only way that the what do you call it? The Bloodline loses that match is if Jet Jaguar comes in.
Yeah, really. Let's take.
Otherwise, it's not looking good. I assume Kevin Owens is going to turn heel during that whole thing. So,
I guess WWE Series 2022. All right, so let's take a look here. Can you guys see the screen? Yeah, you can.
Yep.
All right, so here's. Well, we already know damage control's done. So this is an old picture. Let's go to.
I love like Nikki in that one. She looks absolutely demented.
Don't they have the women's one? Oh, here you go. Yeah, so we don't know who the last person is here. So
I
they're going to
assume
announce that on Friday.
I'm assuming Bianca's team's going to win.
Yeah, this is just a for fun match, right?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
there's no-
they're saying it's the end between Bianca and Damage Control. So
right.
there is absolutely no chance that Shotzi beats Ronda. There is absolutely no chance. Do you think there's a chance, J-Man?
No, there's no chance that because that's what you've got. Damn it.
Do you think it'll be over? What's your over-under on the time of the match? You think 2 minutes?
No, I think it'll be like a somewhat decent. Maybe she'll run around a bit. Like I'd like to see Shotzi maybe do something where she's maybe running around a little bit or trying to be smart. Because I know her thing is I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But I do like the idea of her like maybe running around doing stuff, or even if Liv Morgan comes in to help, that might be interesting. Like Liv and Shotzi are both mental cases now, like they're just crazy or whatever.
Not utilizing Liv Morgan is a mistake. That's how I'm going to say. Right now, Liv is hot because she is. Oh no!
Oh, Sasha.
I agree.
She's
Double
not
C.
coming
I don't want
back,
to see
right?
Sasha Banks back right now.
People are not happy with the boss.
No. I love Sasha. I loved Sasha, but no. No.
I don't think there's anything. Is there anything new past 24 hours? Yeah, just speculation.
Yeah, there's
We'll
always like, oh, it's going to be this person.
Right. Yeah, what about Naomi? What's going on with her? Yeah, no boss for the glow.
No. Yeah, I thought there would be more. I agree, Joe. I thought there would be a bit more. I was actually surprised that the Seth Rollins triple threat match wasn't the fatal four-way with Mustafa Ali, considering that they keep throwing him out there even though he just gets beaten up. I thought that would be his reward for getting beaten up all the time is, hey, at least get beaten up on pay-per-view and make more money.
Right.
Get a payout. So I'm surprised Bray Wyatt's not in it, to be honest with you. I thought his first match would be on Survivor Series and he would be eating LA Knight's face or something.
Right.
Because LA Knight obviously is insane, is an idiot for slapping an insane man who wears masks and is impervious in the ring at times.
I don't know. I can't get into Bray Wyatt, man. I'm trying real hard.
Bray Wyatt, it's I don't know what they're doing with this one. All I'm saying is that the Firefly Funhouse host was genius, and his previous persona, where he was where he had the Wyatt family, was genius. It just wasn't booked well.
Right.
So I agree. This is like strange to me, but I gotta have faith in Bray Wyatt.
See, again, more like, oh, is it Becky? No matter who you type in.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
And that did come out of nowhere. That was so weird.
And I'm just kind of like, is Bray a face? Like, I don't get it. I mean, I know people cheer him, but people cheer the heels generally a lot.
Right.
So I was just kind of like, okay. And then he's like, I'm like, well, wait a minute. Is Bray Wyatt a face? Because that's weird to me.
Past hours. Yeah,
if it's Becky as the fifth woman, that will be awesome.
But I mean, I would think they would have saved something like that for the pay-per-view itself. Like she comes in. I guess they can't. I don't know.
Well, that would be great. No, you're right. It'd be great if they go Friday night and they're like, that is true, Joe. he'd rather get beaten up terribly by Bray Wyatt is still better than being the manager of Maximum Male Models.
This thing was so weird to me.
I never understood what they were doing. I'm like, is this supposed to be a joke?
Yeah, like,
this is they were around when Vince McMahon was still running things. I'm like, this is another Vince joke, I guess. I don't know.
So these guys are wrestlers.
Yes.
Did they do anything? I don't even see them around now anymore.
Yeah, they got beaten up. They jobbed.
Is she a wrestler?
I have no idea. I don't know who she is. I've never seen her wrestle.
Does it say who she is?
Yeah, it's Maxine Dupree.
Maxine Dupree, okay.
Because it was Max and Maxine.
Oh, right. So Maxine Dupree.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm trying to see if there's any like of her fighting.
I somehow doubt it.
No, I don't think so. She might just be like a manager.
Maybe there'll be a triple threat match between Hit Row, LDF, and Viking Raiders. I don't know. That's a good question, Brian. I think Becky would want her clothes back.
I loved all these outfits.
So what might happen on Friday if you want Becky to be revealed at the pay-per-view is they're going to come out and be like, okay, the fifth member of our team is, and then the heels attack them before they can announce it and beat them up.
All right, there you go.
And then at the end, they leave them lying, and they're like, it doesn't matter who the fifth member is, like The Rock, because The Rock's going to come back just to announce that.
That's going to be their fifth member.
If it's Shockmaster, I'm officially buying the Survivor Series. I will, and if he falls and loses his helmet, J-Man, if that actually happens, I got really bad news for you. If this happens at Survivor Series and he's revealed as the fifth member of Bianca's team, we can't do wrestling streams anymore because there'll be no point to me watching wrestling ever again.
Oh
Nothing will ever top that moment of the Shockmaster being the fifth member of Bianca Belair's team at Survivor Series. I can't. I just love. He doesn't crash through. He literally looks like he has a stroke or something, and he just collapses on the floor.
Oh, nice! I got it.
I was like, I don't understand. He tripped and he fell. He tripped. He tripped, and he face planted. I'm like, was that what we planned?
I don't. It's just the best ever.
He came out in a sparkly stormtrooper hat.
I can't. I can't help it, man. Shockmaster is my favorite thing of all time. Like that, it could be a funeral, and they'll play that clip, and I'll just start dying. And they're like, "Why is J-Man laughing his ass off at like a funeral?"
I can't because the pyro hits, and he literally fell through the floor and just like collapsed on the floor. It was.
I listened to Dusty Rhodes talk about it, yes. And I mean, I know how the whole thing happened. Like it's just an unfortunate accident that just is just the funniest thing ever. Like I can't. It's just so crazy.
I just there's. Yeah, I can't. It was. Yeah.
Yep. No. Yeah. I know the whole story. Yeah. They put an extra board up there, and it's just like.
I mean,
Why?
the behind the scenes stuff is interesting in that.
Mhm.
And like you feel bad for, I think his name was Fred.
Like Tugboat or whatever.
Yeah, Tugboat. You feel bad for him. But as a fan, just watching that whole thing, it's like Shockmaster, and literally this guy collapses through the wall, and then like his helmet comes off. It's like that was what you guys planned.
Yeah, that's the greatest thing ever. It's just like, okay, I don't know. But I mean, what can you do? But I just my thing is that it wouldn't have been quite as bad if they didn't pump the shit out of it
Yeah,
so
exactly.
much, right? That's the problem. Like it's
Oh,
like,
it was
oh, that shot, and they built this up, and they kept building it up some more, and you're like, guys, like, stop it, like,
Fred Ottman
yeah,
or Ottman.
Ottman, yeah, no, and it's like, who's it gonna be? And like, even in that segment, they're like, oh, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Oh, it's like, well, yeah, and Sid Vicious is like, I don't care. Like he's like so angry, and it's like, ooh, 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 ooh. And they're just like, no. But you know what though? Let's say it went down good. Like let's say he broke through and it was okay. He still looks really terrible anyway, right? Like it's not like, okay, so he tripped and fell over on his face, which is bad. But he looked awful anyway. It's just like it's like literally a stormtrooper helmet. You're
It's
like,
just
with glitter.
It was like when they had the Yeti come out of the crate or whatever, and I'm like, what does it mean? And I'm like, who's the idiot in bandages who can't even see, can't even move? Oh my god. Yeah.
I am the Shockmaster. I'm here for you. You could see that it was like off. He was trying to point it, like the voice was off. And Ric Flair literally leaves. He literally leaves the set. And then for a second, there's a cardboard cutout. There's like a cardboard cutout of Ric Flair. Oh gosh, this is not doing my cough any good. But I can't take it. I think it might be the funniest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. I've seen it like probably 70 times, and I still cannot take it. But you've got to watch the whole, not just him falling, that's nothing. The whole segment. Like, who is it? Who's your partner? It's like, you want to know who our partner is? Yeah, I want to know. You want to know who it is? And it's like, well, our partner's going to shock the world because it's none other than the Shock Master. Oof. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't take it. Oh, let's look at Becky Lynch socks.
Oh shit, man.
I really feel like buying these socks, but I don't know if I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Would you wear them?
Yeah, I wear them. I've got Nightmare on Elm Street socks.
There you go.
I wouldn't mind
There's
getting
a big
this.
time shorts. You get
I
the
wouldn't
big
mind
time
getting
shorts.
Should get this. The man's back in town. Where'd you see the shorts? Was there shorts?
Yeah, I thought I saw shorts.
Oh, here you go.
There
Welcome
you
to
go.
the big time. Oh, great.
Welcome
That's
to the big time.
great for men. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, he literally, like, Dusty, his thoughts were like, Dusty always saw it in Hollywood terms. So he's like, oh, this will be great. Like Mick Foley talked about that. How, like, he would do things and he says, I always thought Dusty was like a frustrated Hollywood, right? Like wannabe Hollywood writer. And he would come up with these angles like that. And Mick Foley actually got a bunch of vacation time because he told him, oh man, we'll do these vignettes about me in the insane asylum or something, and it'll be great. And Dusty's like, yeah, baby, like this. And Mick Foley's like, it was the worst thing ever. But that's how Dusty thought. Dusty thought in big, grand Hollywood-esque terms. Sid Vicious. I don't have half the brain you do to Kevin Nash or something like that. I'm like, yeah, I can't.
Oh my God. Oh geez. But yeah, Dusty Rhodes is awesome, man.
Dusty Rhodes was great. You'll never get someone like him again.
Even the polka dots weren't bad. I was okay with them, but
no, I was fine to polka dots. He got Sapphire in.
Oh, that's awesome. I hope I
Yeah.
can.
Boom.
If I can upload that one, I'm gonna keep that. That's a keeper. I'm gonna remove this other one. This was bad.
See if gotta keep that one when Sean goes on a rant.
Yep, it'll let me upload it. Nice. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Dusty Rhodes is great.
Yeah.
What about this Undertaker thing? Like, I don't know what.
What about what Undertaker?
Like it's like, I don't know. There's like some specials or something coming out. Like,
one dead man show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess. There you go. I guess it was just the Undertaker has so many great stories, and he was such a respected locker room guy.
Right. Oh my God! If they had, I tried to get some Dewdrop gifs, but a lot of them wouldn't work. I
just want a GIF.
See, I like this one.
I just want a GIF of Dewdrop splashing Alexa Bliss. Every time she did it, I could not stop laughing. I'm like, Alexa Bliss is a smear on the freaking canvas right now.
That's not her, is it?
I would say no.
Ooh, I like this a lot. I'm going to see if I can save this one. See if I can upload. I need a good Dewdrop one. I like Dewdrop. I think she's funny.
It's just
I can upload that one.
I can't do Dewdrop. It's just the name Dewdrop. I can't do it.
Yeah, it won't let me upload the Dewdrop one. It's too high res. It doesn't like high res GIFs. Oh, why is it there's two on here? Oh. Replace. Oh my gosh. I'll remove that. Oh, that's so funny. All right, guys. I think that's that's pretty much it. What's Brian got to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. I bought one of the Ric Flair DVDs. I think it's the white one, the white cover.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite DVD set because the way they did it was it's the whole feud.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah,
I wish instead of doing, I do like the collection. Okay, Roddy Piper collection, and whatever. But what I wish they would do is just do a one DVD feud.
You'll never. I think they did it they tried that with Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. Unfortunately, nothing other than, I guess, pay-per-views, I assume, will ever be released again because everything's now on the WWE channel.
Right.
So they won't. do
They
any
won't do anything like
wrestler
that.
spotlights or anything like that. It will just be pay-per-views if you
There's-
want physical media.
There's not even a Becky. Is there a Becky Lynch DVD? There isn't.
I don't believe so. They did.
Oh yeah, there is one, but it's a UK. It's a
Oh,
region 2 or whatever. It's Becky Lynch iconic matches.
oh,
Our Thanksgiving was in October,
yeah.
so
But I hope you guys have you guys in the States have a great Thanksgiving.
and I will. When's the States Thanksgiving?
Thursday.
Thursday. That's my anniversary, so I'll remember. And if you're on your Facebook group, I will be posting. I'll show you guys. I could show you right now. I'll show you what.
I have an idea what it's going to be. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is. I always do these. So I do e-cards for my your group. So this is what I will be posting if you're part of the Your Facebook group. I will, and also the Red Brown Facebook group. I'll be posting this. So it's just little e-cards I do for Your, because I love that movie. So I've made a whole shit ton of them for different events and stuff. So I'll be posting that. That's ready to be posted. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Tomorrow night, the Action Elite, we're doing Dredd versus Judge Dredd. That won't be on my channel. That's going to be on the Action Elite's channel. So make sure you're subscribed to that channel to check that out. Oh, let's see what's I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna. That's got to be on. I'm sure that's on.
And now Rick Steiner's son is the NXT champion.
Oh, cool.
Braun Breaker.
Oh my God. Oh, I didn't know that. That's so
Rick
cool.
Steiner's son. Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So that's tomorrow night, and then Friday night it's going to be the Space Opera tournament on my channel. That's going to be the Hunter from the Future versus the Forbidden World, aka Mutant. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then next week we're back with wrestling. We'll talk about Survivor Series and all that other stuff. And we are going to go see Violent Night coming up with what's his face,
David Harbour.
David Harbour as Santa. I don't know if we're doing a stream on that or not on Action Elite. I'll have to see what's going on with.
I assume that would be what he would do.
Yeah, and we do have Avatar tickets for opening night, so we will be doing a stream on that in mid-December once that comes out. And then we are going to do a John Carter. My first ever YouTube video. The first YouTube video I ever did was a review of John Carter. So Sean
Underrated movie.
Sorry?
Underrated movie.
Yeah, for sure. So Sean and I, on our Days of High Adventure segment, we're going to cover John Carter. Going back, it's been like what, 15 years or something or whatever of John Carter, something like that. So my first ever YouTube video, I'm going to revisit that movie next Thursday. So that'll be a lot of fun. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Until next time.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.